Good morning to all. 6th standard biology. We already seen the previous session getting to know plants, the various types based on the growth, shrub, herb, creepers, climbers, trees also know you studied, and you also studied and examples, for examples creepers also. Okay, today there's a topic leaf. Okay, today topic a leaf. The leaves of plants are majorly responsible for performing two essential functions for the plant survival and growth. Plant survival and growth. So we studied the leaf part today. A leaf is a thin, flat and broad outgrowth of the stem. Okay, the leaf had a leaf is a thin, flat and broad outgrowth of the stem. Okay, the leaf arises from the leaf base. The leaf arises from the leaf base. A leaf is made up of many parts: petiole, lamina, veins, etc. Okay, petiole, lamina, veins and midribs also. Okay, first you see petiole. You see the picture, the stalk. Okay, the stalk of the leaf with which it is joined to the stem. The stalk of the leaf with which it is joined to the stem is called petiole. Okay. Then the leaf lamina, the broad part, the flat green portion of the leaf. This is the expanded part or the green portion of any leaf which is responsible for photosynthesis. It is responsible for photosynthesis. Which part is used? Lamina part. Okay. Then veins. The many lines that run through the surface of the leaf are called veins, and the design made by them is called leaf venation. What is leaf venation? The many lines that run through the surface of the leaf are called vein, and the design made by them is called leaf venation. They transport their users, transport water and minerals. These are the network of small, narrow, tube-like structures on both sides of the midrib. Okay. Then midrib. This is the central prominent thick structure right in the middle of the leaf that helps support the leaf and prevent it from breaking to avoid the damage. Okay, this is the central prominent thick structure right in the middle of the leaf that helps support the leaf and prevent it from breaking. Okay, then we distinguish between two major types of leaf venation. We distinguish between two major types of leaf venation. The first one is reticulate venation. The second one is parallel venation. The first one is reticulate venation. The second one is parallel venation. A reticulate venation is said to exist when the vein form a net-like shape on the either side of the midrib. This type of venation is seen to exist in dicotyledons like guava and mango. Okay. Again I explain reticulate venation. It is exists when the veins form a net-like shape. Net-like shape. Okay. On either side of the midrib. This type of venation seems to only dicards. Okay. Then we goes to parallel venation. We said to exist when the veins run parallel to one another. This type of venation is seen to exist in monocots like banyan, wheat, coconut and palm leaf, okay, etc. Parallel venation exists when the veins run parallel to one another. This type of venation is seen to exist in monocots. For example, banana leaf, coconut leaf and also palm leaf, etc. Okay. Then we goes to the functions of leaf. First you see the simple activity. First we see a simple activity. Okay, you take a sheet of white paper and a leaf and a pencil. Okay, take place of leaf under the paper. You hold it in place. Hold the pencil sideways and rub it over the paper kept over the leaf. Okay, we seen a design of leaf with some dark lines. This dark line shows the leaf venation. Okay, we seen a dark line shows a leaf venation. Okay, next the functions of leaves. Okay, the leaves are important for survival and the plant survival and growth. Okay, the plant's leaf two functions are called transpiration and photosynthesis. The plant's two functionings. Okay, first one, transpiration. What is transpiration? It's one of the process. Okay, the process through which plants releases the excess amount of water in the air. When the water travels via the stem to the leaves, some of it gets used up to prepare food, while the excess water is converted to water vapor due to the presence of the sun. Transpiration is important for the plants as it helps the plants to cool down. Okay. So, what is transpiration? Transpiration is one of the process through which a plant releases the excess amount of water in the air. Okay. When the water travels via the stem to the leaves, some of it gets used for prepare food. Okay. Then the excess water is converted to water vapor and released outside. Okay. This is transpiration. The water vapor due to the presence of sun. Transpiration is important for the plants as it helps the plants to cool down. In the absence of transpiration, the temperature of the leaf becomes unregulated, which may lead to eventual death of the plant. Okay, so transpiration is an important one. Okay, or a simple activity. I say a simple activity. Okay, activity 5, page number, activity 4, page number 56. Activity 5, page number 56. We can observe transpiration by enclosing leafy part of a plant in a closed polythene bag and keeping it in the sun. Okay. After a while, we use tiny droplets of water on on the inside of polythene bags, which are proof that the leaves have performed transpiration. Listen carefully. We take a polythene bag and put inside a leafy part of plant. Okay, you close the polythene bag and keep it in the sunlight. After a while, we see a tiny droplets of water on the inside of polythene bags, which are proof that leaves have performed transpiration. Okay, next process, photosynthesis. Next one, photosynthesis, the next functioning. Okay, photosynthesis is defined as the process that helps leaves prepare food for the plant with the help of carbon dioxide and water. Okay, photosynthesis means process of losing water. The main function of leaf is to prepare food. Okay, the main function of leaf is to prepare food. Hence, they are known as food factory of the plant. We studied a lower classes. Okay, photosynthesis is a process. It is a process that helps leaves prepare food for the plant with the help of carbon dioxide and water. Photosynthesis occurs in the presence of sun and is aided by the presence of green pigment in leaves called chlorophyll. You already studied, okay? And also release oxygen in the process. The food prepared is stored in various parts of the plant. The edible eating parts is called edible part. You already studied in a sixth, already studied in your lower classes. Okay, the food prepared is stored in various parts of the plant. In absence of photosynthesis, the plant is unable to utilize the water and minerals to prepare food for its nourishment and gradually dies. Okay, in order to see if leaves really do perform photosynthesis, a small activity, we take a leaf and immerse it in a test tube filled with spirit. Placing this test tube in a beaker filled with water, we heat the beaker. After the leaf loses its color, we wash it and pour iodine solution on it, as can be seen below, which shows the presence of starch, thus disproving our doubts. Okay. What do you see? The leaf, first you take a test tube, fill the test tube with alcohol. Place the test tube in a beaker with half filled water and heat it. Heat it till all the green colors drains out. Okay. So the leaf into alcohol, from the leaf into alcohol. Take out a leaf and wash it in water. Keep it on a plate and pour iodine solution over it. What do you see? The leaf turns blue-black. The blue-black color shows the presence of starch in life. Okay. Today we see a leaf part. Okay. Today we see a leaf part. How many parts in leaf? Petiole, leaf laminae, veins, midrib also. The veins is two types, parallel and reticulate venation. Okay. The main function of a leaf is transpiration and preparation of food by process photosynthesis. Okay. So students, we studied the leaf part and read the passage. Okay, you read the passage, page number 55, 56. Okay, 56, photosynthesis, the root. Okay, 57. Next session we see the root. Okay, next class we will meet New topic, root system. Okay, thank you.